Queen Majesty, I really want to chat with you. I'm gonna dub it to your majesty. Ain't until you gonna rock it in society. You know, I see you big one, good when you lead love stay. Me the love and keep on sham along the way. I'm gonna dub it to your majesty. What's up till you gonna rock it in society. You know, musical sound where you were meant to rock your body line. You listen reggae music and you must feel fine. I'm gonna rock you one time there. Ain't until I'm gonna rock you more time there. Well, Ranking Trevor is an artist from way back from the 70s when I start my career on a sound called Gold Soul and graduate to Soul Attorney to Papa Roots and start do some recording for Channel 1, and that's where I get my break. 'Cause I already made a name in the sound system. That's where the dancehall thing came from, you know. So it's nice to hear to show the people can see that one of the living legend is still around, can talk about where the music is coming from. 'Cause I learned my music from in the days of King Tubby's and Tipper Tone and other sounds, and DJs like Al Capone, King Stitch, and the great Big Youth with Uri, my teacher, you know. That's where I learned my inspiration from, between Uri and the great Big Youth. So I use those musical inspiration and put it in music when I start on Gold Soul and came popular on the sound like King Attorney and eventually going to Papa Roots. But in Channel 1 days I've done a lot of hit songs, and that's where the people get to recognize who is Ranking Trevor. And it's a pleasure to hear my fans, to talk to you again in more love. Blessed. When you used to listen to Gold Soul as a youth, 'cause you used to watch a selector play and talk and things, and you kind of have a little vibes because you see it on Uri and King Jammies those days, because Waterhouse is one of the central place where the dancehall really revive and bring it out in the open. Because dancehall was used like downtown and maybe other places like Spanish Town Road. But in Waterhouse, when the sound like King Atani break, them bring the dance all over the place, and that's where Rankin get his inspiration from that day. And I continue to keep the work going. Me and Uri started to work on King Atani. After King Tubby's kinda faded in those days, Uri graduate over to King Atani, and that's where I get to learn the grooves and the melody and the style and know the notes and know how to attack rhythms and use up the unique voice. And 'cause Uri, when me and Uri used to DJ and King Atani, I used to sit beside him and work together, and him pass the mic give me, and you know, and him used to say, Trevor, you do that, you don't say that, you know, and him bring me a long way. That Uri respect every time. A lot of, after the 70s to 77 when I crashed in 77 in the accident going to Westmoreland, I came back on the road in 78 and started. So, but those times you have DJs like Brigadier Jerry building up. Cause me and Ranking Joe is one of the ranking them. Cause you know Ranking Joe used to name Little Joe, and Ranking Trevor then he named Ranking Joe, and they get a couple more rankings off of that. In
Shaba.
Shaba ranking, Deli ranking, Squilly ranking, you know. Yeah, but Ranking Joe was there and Brigadier was building up, and afterwards in that Papa Roots era, we pick up a DJ like Nicodemus and the great Super Cat, which where you when we used to play in Cockburn Pen, Cat used to come out the dance in Bambolan and say, boy, this DJ, you're bad, you know. And one night, me and him there to dance, and I give him the mic, and I say, yes, you sound good, you know. Well, it's nice to know that those youth keeping up the work until now on, you know. So it's a blessing to them. So you have many youths as rise with the inspiration of Ranking Trevor, because the problem was about it. I was one of the youngest DJ who burst in the music business so big and don't get the recognition that I should get, you know. But I don't worry about that. I still have life and strength to carry on what's left out there, you know. Well, I start my DJing business from say 14, 15. I'm start recording from 1974. And 1975 I got hits, 74 hits, 75 hits, 76 hits. I got so many songs like Queen Majesty, Truly, Answer My Question, Penny a Look, Lion Fence, Pass a Chalice, a whole stack of songs, you know. Well, after the Channel 1 discovered that them hear about a DJ named Ranking Trevor mashing up Jamaica all over the place, Channel 1 recommend me. But my first song was Lion Fence, I done for Ozzy Ebert. He was get the first 45 from Ranking Trevor. And then I voiced Man Skank, who has sold over 500 copies in the first week. And that was my first song for Channel 1. And from there on is Answer My Question, Penny a Look, War in the East, you know. So, well, Channel 1 have the whole of Ranking Trevor history with the other independent producers on the side. But all those independent producers' songs become classic in 2008 and 2010 and beyond, you know. One time I meet up with Ranking Joe over Independent City, and Josh Crew them was playing some classical songs and doing well. King Sturgia versus Black Scorpio, cause most of the sound Ranking Trevor do their part, cause like a part-time work. One sound pay you 50, the other pay you 100, so sometimes you go for the 100, you know. That's where you get the independent sound system, cause the sound where you work for, you have problem with them at times, you know. So certain clash, like a clash with memorable time is like a Rocco Bessa. I name a dancehall down in name 4 dancehall in one, Emperor of Faith, and 4 more other sound, but you know, that was way, way down, you know. So those memorable clash and Don Robin Avenue with Ray Symbolic and Black Scorpio again, and that was a tight clash again, you know. Right now the class is dancehall different from roots rock reggae music. Cause we are the roots rock reggae music, deep roots. Cause that's how we learn the music from Bob Marley those days, and from Heptones and Alton Ellis. Cause most of the rhythm what we ride now, sung by the Heptones or Alton Ellis, another singer. Well, the guys, the new guys, they make the same rhythm, but it making a different tempo, you know. But some of the old guys like it, some of the old guys don't like it. But you know, as I done a song say, and when I come back a yard, I hear the youth them a control the dance. It no matter what them do, no matter what them say. I love how them bling bling and everything. Cause I still promote them. Cause I still learn things from them. Cause I like some of them songs and I don't like some of them. You know what? They got their pattern. They call it dancehall. Cause one at a time they say my type of reggae music will never come back on the market. And I always say to them, I'm still gonna do my work. Cause one day it's gonna show to the world say reggae music will live on. But we still like dancehall music. Some guys don't like it, but we love it. And we respect some of the youth because the opportunity those youths get now, we didn't get it in our days, you know, like royalty publishings and things, you know. But we respect them, and the one who carry the name Ranking Trevor lives on the ranking, you know. Ranking Trevor as a living legend, because this is my trade, this is my talent, this is what I know, you know. I've been to Tarrant School. And when I left school, I didn't left school. I left school with a simple little trade like welding, but music was in my blood. Cause when I go into school, I used to go dance in my uniforms. They come for me on Friday, Saturday, you know. So if you do a great work from the 70s, come and still doing it, you know. I want people to say he's a great living pioneer in the music industry. And enough fans, because the fans them give me this inspiration and say, Ranking, the work you have done, you know, is great. So I have to go back and look into myself and say, I've done classical work. So they give me the encouragement and say, continue the work, Ranking, you know. So more blessing to them. My fans, I love you all. You was the one that give me inspiration and say, don't give up the work, continue work. More blessing.
A very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Big Stone Television. As you know, the series continues. The series of us losing our icons slash legend, those great ones who have gone way too soon, and those who are still here with us today. Today, one of my fans, Stephen Irons, asked me to look for this particular artist. He said this artist was his favorite. Well, Stephen Irons, your wish has come true. Here is the story on Ranking Trevor. Born Maxwell Grant on the 20th of January 1960, better known as Ranking Trevor and sometime as Ranking Superstar, was a Jamaican reggae DJ. Grant began DJing as a teenager in the 1970s and began his recording career at the age of 15. Regarded as a follower of U-Roy, Grant recorded Channel 1 as Ranking Trevor in the mid-1970s. His first release being Natty a Rootsman and DJed on the Socialist Roots sound system. He had success in 1977 with singles such as Man Skank and 3-Piece Chicken and Chips. I respond to Trinity's 3-Piece Suit, which were popular among British reggae fans, and these were followed by further hits on the British reggae charts in 1978 with Pure and Clean and Rubber Dub Style. And he signed a record deal with Virgin Records reggae label, Frontline, who released his debut album in Fine Style.Joseph Hoo Kim followed this by releasing the 3-Piece Chicken and Chips album, compiling tracks by Trevor and Trinity. In 1979, he recorded the Repatriation Time album with producer Linval Thompson, which was released the following year. He went on to work with Sugar Minott on the album Presenting Ranking Trevor, released in 1981 on Minott's Black Roots label. Continuing popularity in the UK prompted his relocation to London in the mid-1980s, where he lived for more than 20 years before returning to Jamaica. The rap reggae pioneer Ranking Trevor died during a traffic accident in Jamaica. He was 60 years old. According to Trevor's brother, Robert Grant, the musician was crushed by a car after being knocked from his motorcycle. Trevor is survived by his mother, 8 siblings, and 15 children. Ranking Trevor, Ranking Superstar, started his career at only 15 years old. And didn't he work to perform by recording and recording and recording? 3-Piece Chicken and Chips was one of my favorite Ranking Trevor. Jamaica was dancing and rocking to that music when 3-Piece Suit and Ting came out by Trinity. So both songs enjoyed huge rotation and huge success. So at this particular time, I want to say to the families and the siblings of Ranking Trevor, you have my heartfelt condolences. I wish you all the best. I understand the pain even though it has been years later. But I know missing a loved one is permanent. Ranking Trevor, I know you're among the greats of the greats. I know that you're up there DJing a storm with Trinity. Both of you talking about 3-Piece Chicken and Chips, and of course Trinity talking about his 3-Piece Suit and Ting. You came, you saw, and you definitely conquered. You make Jamaica proud. Moving on up there into London, I know you were loved and honored and revered in London. So we just want to say to you, thank you. Thank you for a job well done. Thank you for bringing and helping to bring Jamaica to the four corners of the earth. Thank you, sir. You came, you saw, and you definitely conquer. Stevens, Irons, there you go. A little bit about your DJ, Ranking Trevor. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Please like and share this video. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, now is the time to do so. Thank you so much for watching.